嗯，好，来，我们游戏通继续我们的 Disco Elysium，我们这一期就把它结束好，破关，看有没有办法。我等一下，等我一下，我要讲一下上一期。上一期怎么样？我们上一期哈跟这个哈迪兄弟会在那边唇枪舌战啊，结果这个哈最不合理的事情就是说，第一个，我们我们在跟这个哈迪兄弟会在辩论，我们是从那个什么舞女那边，就是屋顶上的那个女孩，我们得到了她就和盘托出了嘛，她就讲出她的猜测，那我们也觉得很合理，就是说杀人凶手是 Ruby，那因为 Ruby 呢是一个同性恋，他喜欢了这个我们的这个舞女，对不对？那这个舞女呢，Disco 舞女呢，她又跟那个什么佣兵搞上了，结果 Ruby 呢就是这个新生怨怼啊，哈，怀恨在心嘛，就是他想把他的情敌给干掉，结果他就从这个我们的旅社的有一个秘密通道啊，他从那边走上来，结果在那边给他一枪，就给我们的佣兵一枪，然后佣兵就被打死了。所以说这个舞女呢也把她的猜测跟我们讲了，我们也觉得非常合理啊。那于是呢，我们就去找这个哈迪兄弟会了啊。这个时候，你想想看哈，我来讲一个矛盾的地方，哈迪兄弟会跟我们的这个 Ruby 是一伙的，那这个想当然尔，我们应该很容易的可以直觉的推导出说，哈迪兄弟会一定会想办法掩护 Ruby，对不对？那我们我们现在，然后我们竟然是跟这个哈迪兄弟会讲了几句话之后呢，发现呢，他们都不知道，他们实际上并没有一个人觉得那个佣兵是 Ruby 杀的，他们都不知道，所以说他们是被蒙在鼓里的。那这个时候呢，我们怎么？但是我们已经从舞女那边推导出这个真正的真相了。那我们这个时候，我们要选择要告诉哈迪兄弟会，还是不要告诉哈迪兄弟会？如果你是警探的话，你手中有这个资讯，然后你发现哈迪兄弟会并不知道，他们是被蒙在鼓里的，他们是被利用的啊、那你要跟哈迪兄弟会讲吗？你要说，其实这个 Ruby 是凶手哦，但是哈迪兄弟会跟问题是哈迪兄弟会跟 Ruby 是一伙的哦。那如果你跟他讲的话，那搞不好他们就反而就掩护 Ruby 了呢。也许他原本会跟你讲说 Ruby 在哪里，你可以去查。你这样反而你这样一讲的时候，把事情搞得那么严重，说那个凶手就是 Ruby 的时候，他们就是可能会怎么讲护短啊，他反而不告诉你啊，还告诉你一个很奇怪的地方，让你们去找，对不对？所以说这个时候的剧情应该是不会跟这个哈迪兄弟会讲说卢比是凶手，而反而是说，哎呦，你反正卢比也跟这个事情无关，我们只是例行公事，要做一个口头的记录，我们这样子才能结案啊。反正你们也不是卢比，也没有卢比的事，卢比也不是杀人凶手，你就告诉我卢比在哪。然后我们去把这个笔录做，我们就稍微例行式的形式上的这个访问一下， 调查一下，写在笔记本上面，写个报告，这样就结束了嘛。如果你们真的觉得 Ruby 没有事情的话，你们就告诉我吧，我赶快把案子结一结。这样子，你用这一种的方式去跟哈迪兄弟会讲，还比较有可能套出 Ruby 的这个去向呢。可是如果你竟然跟我们这两个傻子，这个剧情是这样写的啊，没办法，没有其他的对话选项。也就是说，最后你照这些对话游戏里面的对话选项选的，继续选下去的时候，就是这两个傻子警探，他就把这个 Ruby 是杀人凶手的这个事实告诉哈迪兄弟会。拜托，哈迪兄弟会跟这个 Ruby 是几年的交情没有10年也有1年吧，总是比你们两个认识的还久，对不对？那你们两个一定不会比兄弟会更了解 Ruby 呢。他们都是跟他们是同一伙，而且更何况 Ruby 是哈迪兄弟会的地下的领导呢。那你通常这些手下都会就是会帮那个领导做掩护啊。那你怎么可能会把这张牌打出来，直接跟他说，我跟你说哈，这个其实你们都被那个 Ruby 骗了啦。Ruby 呢是这个呢杀人凶手，他是利用你们的啊，所以说你们呢就把那个 Ruby 呢的这个去向呢讲出来啊，我帮你们报一个仇。你说这个可能性有没有？是有，但是太低了，太低了。而且你还没有打听清楚哈迪兄弟会跟 Ruby 他们的关系到底有多深，是很深，有多深？如果今天Ruby 是哈迪兄弟会其中一个人的妹妹，或者说是其中一个人的女朋友，那当然就算是他们被耍了，就算他们知道 Ruby 真的闯了祸，他们一定会这个袒护 Ruby 的啊，对不对？就像是那个儿子被抓到这个偷东西，那个什么，记者去问老妈，老妈说，没有，我儿子很乖啊，他最乖啦，他不怎么可能偷东西呢？这是这样的一个状况啊。所以说这个地方我觉得是完全不合理的。你这个游戏最重要的就是对白要精致，一定要精准。你这样子的话，我觉得这个游戏对我来讲大打折扣了。你说这个游戏要拿年度最佳 RPG， 我觉得还差太远了真的。
Years' worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand.
Some radical or radicals were hiding out here. They left a long time ago.
曾经有激进分子我想到了一个那个。我们不是有一个公寓吗？里面有一个人他是好像也是这个思想的他的门的房间的里面贴着一张海报，有1颗星星的，对吧？
We have found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of as history tends to linger in rundown neighborhoods. Martinez being what it is.No one has gone through the trouble of cleaning out the old bunkers.
Good hiding place for someone who's up to no good.
对啊，你看，我就说学生房间的啊。
Millions of depictions of Mazov have been produced. They're not all connected. Besides, that looked like some student. The youths always go for this kind of stuff.
这个年轻人就是喜欢这些符号。对啦，有些人年轻大学生他那个符号他都不知道那是什么意思，他觉得很酷，他就搞来用了。
Half a century? This was probably part of the network of defense posts the communards built against the amphibious landing.
Amphibious.
I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. It would have had radio equipment back then, but that's all been looted. You mean like Ruby? No.I think we've stumbled on a piece of history.
不是啊，他觉得这个东西不是 Ruby 的但是他可能 Ruby 会睡在这边是没问题的啦。 问题是我现在手上没手枪，但是紧左我们的我的助手有手枪了。你不要用跑了哈，走路要小声啊。哎呦，这个脚印啊哈，你看到没有？他说这个脚印有一只的右边有一只鞋子的那个脚印磨得比较破啊，这就是司机啊，因为司机有一只脚是踩油门的，所以说这一定是 Ruby 的足迹，而且他是往右边这边走了啊。我们先不要去右边，嗡嗡声是不是？就走右边啊。怎么样？嗡嗡声越来越响。怎么样？
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
No, what do you mean? I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
最近留下来的哈 ，fresh 啊，我看见了右脚磨得很光滑。
Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully.
对。
Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
没有啦，我跟你讲哈，工会哈，我讲一下这件事情跟工会那个码头工人工会罢工是没关系的，这完全是私人恩怨，是一个情杀，所以说这就是男欢女爱的事情嘛。这个工会呢就不会搞这么多啦，这个企业跟工会之间搞这不会去在乎这些小打小闹的事情。
It will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the union will destabilize.
哎呀，我要讲一下哈，这个你要把事情讲出来，就是说他是情杀就没事了。
This part of town is a fine clockwork puzzle. Disturb its peace, and it will start breaking down uncontrollably. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
什么东西啊？对啦。
You think we should finish running it now? Maybe you're right. It might not be as useful later.
It's a minor point. Don't worry too much about this. There are bigger fish.
哦。
Okay, why not? Whatever goes down might also affect her. The Union is watching her closely now.
Not closely enough, you suspect, but still, good idea to visit her once more.
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
这个就是这个继续玩下去就结束了啊，绝对是结局了。所以说他还提醒我们一些事情啊，他提醒了我们一些事情要去做的，所以说我们赶快，确实那几件事情，那些支线任务确实是可以解。我们出去好了。 这里我来过了啦，没什么事情。好，我想刚才那个地方一继续走下去就是决战，没有问题。我们不用决战，还没有要决战。我们还有一些事情要办啊，就是说我们那个舞女哈，屋顶上那个舞女说她的证件呢是在某个地方啊，然后我们现在就跟她讲说你那个证件哈没有鸟用。来，我跟她讲，是不是我可以去传？
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer? Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea? Quite the sign. An eyesore too. Situation calls for a funeral, if you ask me. Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all. Holding a funeral doesn't mean you love death. Don't be childish. You're a police officer. Our things are part of our life world. They're made with human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some...
Life world? Someone's been reading up on last century Gottwaldian philosophers. Play it cool now.
Oh yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you gonna bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
That's all we have time for right now anyway. Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere.
Absolutely. Things like what, for example? Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly.
Timothy.
Guns are expensive and fragile, I think. Besides, I got kids. Can't have guns around them, and sometimes a sharp blade is enough to keep folks at bay. From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time. What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that.
That does not go for real men. It does not go for you. Show her. Show her the wonder. Coach means the expression. Not bad.
Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin. It's like a shield.
The traces of her laughter are still there, in her eyes, fading fast.
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying. Guess I enjoyed the way he bled. Gone.
The harbor seawall endures the wash of the freezing waves. Many things wash up against it and onto the beaches of Revachol. Some inanimate, some just no longer alive. You shudder.
干我跟他约会过之后，这些对话好像有新的呢。
It absolutely does not. We are not going to look for him.
No, no. There's nothing to find. He's dead. Lost to the waves. Who knows? Maybe he fell over. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
She really liked those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
Sinewy. 放开过去吧，哈，放开过去吧，跟我一起继续生活呗。
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need.
什么东西呀、啊？
Either he's gonna calm down soon. Oh? Who? Okay. Oh. Yes, that's the Sorry I couldn't help you out. Well, how can I assist?
就这样吧。唉，就一时啊，你有什么新的对话吗？没有了哈。我们现在就是赶快啊！他这个查这个电话哦，查了老半天还是没有查到，我都不知道为什么。
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
This is Precinct 57? Yes. I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready?
The lieutenant leans in to listen.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Kortenaer. That's E-L-L-I-S K-O-R-T-E-N-A-I-S. Exact date of birth, unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February 09.
新生儿加护病房。
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2.
According to Klasia, Lele said his real name wasn't really his. Perhaps that's because he was fostered.
Foster.
This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the Eastbrand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces.
好，竟然可以查到这个哈，竟然可以查到这么久之前的事情，光一个这个
Then the armor followed him to
armor 的
Seminary,
序号。
or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol.
什么树叶压缩机被发现的？
None, officer. Sorry. It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these tubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
他这个被弃婴的时候，他被抛弃的时候，是在这个树叶压缩机里面发现啊。
It is. Thank you, Alice. Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
A name. This is very good. Elise Cortenard.
好
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to you.
没有什么要问的
Over
啦
and out.
In the cabin, you see
走了走了走了。我们现在得到了这个讯息哈，刚好呢就可以跟我问他知不知道 Ruby 啦？你喜欢 Ruby 对不对？你跟我讲 Ruby 在哪？
Make way for the master poet.
通达情理耶，通达情理，我们来试试看啊。通达情理，我现在通达情理呢？通达情理。哎，穿这个啦。这个米色的衣服感觉确实很通达情理啊，通达情理，穿通达情理啊。哎，通达情理耶！我靠！哎，这个，哎，国民性加一耶，这个好像不错哎，因为经济学加一，这个国民性加一就是喝酒的话会更强啊。通达情理，通达情理是心智嘛，对不对？我们要成功了啦！快速完剩下一个了，这个还有很多，我们来一个用这个来心智一下。好，士气
Make
受损。
way for the master poet.
通达情理，我们储存一下好了啦。如果我不行的话，哈，我就跟他加啊。我现在点数太多了，直接加通达情理好了，就这么简单啊。加2颗好了啦。
Make way for the master poet.
ease into it. Don't go too far. This
Cool.
just like that. He slips out of your reach.
来，没关系，我通达情理加到满。
Make way for the master poet.
In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing. Flecks of brown and gold. It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon.
西南，
The road continues for miles, flowing together with other roads, turning into causeways or bridges, ending suddenly in dead ends, or ramping up or down highways. It forms a crisscross pattern across the land. Above the Jamrock Quarter, in the form of a raised motorway, and then the never-ending sprawl of Forburg, high above buildings, new and old, the air filled with the rumble of motor engines. To the old south, to the farthest outskirts of Revachol, through the checkered fields of farmland, upstream to the river Esperance, past Montmartin, the border approaches. You cannot see. It's out of the city. Up ahead, the mist blocks all sight. A gale blows across your cheeks. It is cold.
Gale.
Before you stands a tall lorry driver with sad eyes.
Excuse me.
A flinch jolts his frame. The question has touched a nerve.
不要跟他讲说我是警察啦，就直接跟他感性一下。
Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home.
Diora.
Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much, on another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. Can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows. What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me. What about you, cop man?
Is that what it is? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow, and the past.
I feel for you, my friend. It's bad enough to know who you miss. Missing like that doesn't feel like it has much of an upside. But, thanks for
Upside.
this. It's nice to talk to someone. And I know it wasn't easy to ask. I hope you find your way through your own troubles.
妈的！我现在哈要去买一些一些补品，我觉得我士气哈太低了，因为我可能会决战了。
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with
Okay, here. Okay, here. Okay, here. I hope. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel. Okay, here. I
我想买这个酒，
is
我想要买这个酒。
a colorful display
again. I'm obliged to inform you. Here you go, Mister.
哎，我想想看啊，这个服装哈是民族性加一的哦，我把这个换上去。然后呢，现在我喝酒，哎，等一下啊，等一下啊，哎，体格加一，我很奇怪哎，这个叫做什么民族性？这个民族性啊。 哎，不是说体格加2吗？那这个民族性体格加2，然后我换上了这一套装，是说国族性加1。那国族性，哎，民族性跟国族性到底有没有一样？我也搞不懂，管他的哈。我还是穿一个什么呢？ 循循善诱吧，小西装，因为有可能我们等一下找这个需要循循善诱一下。妈的，傻子哈迪兄弟会，然后这两个警察带来这里干嘛的啊？ 存档吧。
Officer, it's a fine day for questions. Oh,
Did you take the documents?
对呀、你不要唬我哈。
He's trying to throw her off with the bluntness of the question.
对他想要直接开门见山。
No, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway. My employer gave them to me. In truth, I should have destroyed them.
She doesn't seem to be lying. She's genuinely spooked by their disappearance.
Yes, I am. Regardless of who took the documents. It was probably just an accident. I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch. The documents were probably just washed away.
讲一下死者吧。我跟你说，我知道死者的一些事情哦。
Yes, miss. I hope you don't mind.
对，我知道他的名字啦。
Good for you.
你不想知道？
Not really. Leslie's good enough for me.
我知道了，他的回忆只藏在这个梦中了。
Sounds oddly feminine.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
就这样子啊。哎，我想要从这边过去。我想要从那边出去。哎，不对啊，我还要从那边上来。还可以玩吗？这可以玩吗？
The machine is.
哎，不能玩了。
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent. The door does a challenge. The steel doesn't even tremble. Now you're hanging from the handle. Okay, it was a challenge.
啊。我们找一下老大好不好？找一下老大，看老大讲什么。就是那个马龙，就是这个码头工会工人的会长，看他讲什么了。哎，靠腰哎，那个。 你还有没有什么事情要讲
Right to work.
等一下我去找一下骷髅哦，等一下要找一下骷髅，看他有没有什么话要讲。有没有新的对话？因为我要差不多要整个要结束了。可是路很远啊，我可不可以挑战他？我可以跟你打一个架吗？
The unpromising race pupil returns. Don't be vulgar. White or not has got Mr. Clare also. To serve is noble. It takes.
He looks toward the harbor, motionless.
Don't Mr. Clare also. Of course, above all. Stop explaining. I am not surprised. I am a descendant. No.
He would be appreciative.
I'm from. You have heard enough about our phylogeny.
I think this.
That will be the.
They're always.
Race is reality. I am.
You pick up on something artificial.
The heart now leave me be. Fine.
Interesting.
Racist.
Welcome. He must think redheads are immigrants.
I am not
True. That the drawings are precise and look true to their.
That atavistic.
babe.
You have him off guard now. He's preoccupied with his situation with his woman.
There is nothing funky. I cannot.
不给我挑战他，我想要推倒他。这趟路很远啊，我要走过去是非常远的，而且这里不给我过去。这里不能下去，是不是？可以啊，这本来就是可以下去。那个货柜车我不要鸟它。我现在跟他讲说，这个凶手哈。就是哈，Ruby 啦，看他有没有讲话，说不定 Ruby 是他女儿嘞。我先存档吧。这个家伙脑谋深算的，我觉得这个家伙哈，我觉得是整个游戏个性塑造最好的。
Mr. Dubois, now, what can Everett Clare do for you today?
我不要了。
Yes, yes. What's that, Harry? You're getting a little pale. Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like brainstorming these things with you.
我跟你讲，他不知道。我跟他讲，死者里面有个死党。
So they shot him.
对他果然不知道。
He was shot in the head before he was hanged.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant. They told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard.
对啦，他完全是局外人呐，因为这个事情是一个情杀。
It's impossible to say if he's telling the truth.
他就是不知道。
What I do know is the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my two little policemen. Godspeed, policeman.
那个哈，这件事情主导的是 Ruby， 这个人是。这个人是完全，他完全跟这个事情没有关系。
Great, you want to bounce? It's perfectly okay. Even if you've told her everything we've.
He seems happy about the prospect of you telling Joyce about your conversations.
No, no, Harry. I'm perfectly neutral and 100% for transparency. I know people say a lot of bad things about the Debarders Union, but we are actually squeaky clean.
Yes, he really doesn't seem to mind.
Absolutely, Harry. What?
好吧，没什么事啊，这边没事啊，我可以走进去吗？不行啊。你在这边办公也太酷了吧哈！你有什么事吗？
Hey, mister.
走了。走了。走了。这边也不给我那个，我白来了哈。找一下骷髅好了。你有没有什么对话的？
Looking for something?
没事啊，这个人很叽歪。我找一下骷髅。你这是有个对决吗？这边是有个对决，是不是？看一下。
An old called East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
意志坚定。好。 来啦，意志坚定了，意志坚定。 我现在点数太多了。意志鉴定是不是？意志鉴定是属于那个心智的了。我目前的意志鉴定是+1啊，我在看有没有什么其他是意志鉴定的啊，就是这样。这个游戏的机制就是这样了哈，可以换装，喝酒、抽烟来增加你的属性啊，增加你的这个参数啦。意志鉴定这个不错。挑战看看吧。
An old East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the. No, hold on. The last.
再来吧，意志鉴定。
An old East Delta Commerce.
83了。
This, whatever she says, it can't hurt you. All right, maybe not health. There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. A strange metallic taste fills your mouth. There's the static again, whispering like a seashell pressed against the air.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order? My God.
这是跟鬼吗？
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
这是鬼故事吗？
Wait, is she?
这是一个重复的打录机耶。
Michelle, just please. Why did you even?
Is this some kind of joke?
被耍了。
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone. Your hands are getting cold, and your breathing becomes visible, forming small silvery puffs in the air.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my...
And then it hits you. She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played. Real or not, your mirror neurons react. It feels painful. Anger boils up in your chest. Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going.
继续听
The
啊。
phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds. No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow, crawling inside your head.
If you want me, you can find me on the beach. Dans les airs nearby.
啊？唉，海滩上。
So, it was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve. Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
That is true.
浪费一些点数哎，干。好了，苦恼嘞。苦恼。
Fuck does Kuno care? The fuck about it? You're testing. Get lost! Yeah? The king? Yeah, whatever. Kuno, the fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigman. Kuno doesn't.
死苦恼。
The trash containers, the smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and
还有没有
organic
什么？
waste.
我现在好像头盔还没有找到啦。
There's nothing more of interest in this. Not much to see here. You see, you've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows. The methodology in your... A box falls into pieces. You see, you've done this. No. A box falls into... The container sounds a muffled gong.
OK， 没什么事情可以做了。现在就是真的，哎，这什么？
You think you have a pretty hot suspect right now, don't you? That Ruby of yours? Notice how it came together without casting too much suspicion on Classier. It was nice and Ruby-centric in the end.
哎，你该不会说 Ruby 在胡？你该不会说
Anything strike you a bit off about this mishmash?
怎么可能在海岸某个地方？
Absolutely. It could have come from anywhere, but you're suddenly so certain it came from the roof behind the window.
对啊，
Good point. It is rather rare these days, but do continue.
弹球的脚印跟犯罪现场留下起来的脚印不合，但是因为每个人有很多鞋子啊，这很正常吧？
No, they didn't.
对啊，可是很正常啊。
Notice how this hasn't come up at all. Even Hardy and his boys didn't mention it. Neither did you.
对啊，没有听到任何枪声呢。
That's right. Finish thought. Just finish it and conveniently go on. She's watching you leave right now. You know that. Free as a bird on that roof. Lighting up a cigarette and thinking, am I glad Ruby's in this shit and not me?
所以呢
Don't listen to this guy. The theory was solid. He's just jealous. Move on. It's no use harassing her further.
干这很奇怪哎，到底是不是啊？我觉得这个理论非常的可靠啊。看，我再去找一下啊。我觉得理论非常的合理耶。
Hey, was there something you need? Another thing. Great. Yes?
再去找他一次啊，看有什么话要讲。奇怪，我觉得推理黑非常正常啊，应该是 Ruby 没错呗，应该是 Ruby 哦，不然 Ruby 怎么会突然消失嘞？应该是 Ruby 没错啦。
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
而且哈，这个 Ruby 呢，而且这些这个哈迪兄弟会也知道 Ruby 是这个异性那个同性恋的，而且我跟他们讲的这些事情，他们7个人也觉得没有破绽，很合理。但是问题是，这种游戏 通常都会有一个超级大反转，所以说一定要小心。前往小岛，要怎么找前往小岛？我没办法前往小岛啊。我没有盔甲啦。进一步的分析。眼明手巧，眼明手巧。是见微知著吧？你到底有没有翻译错误？眼明手巧。再分析是弹道吗？再分析一次弹道。
Two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman, having 1 kilometer away, a point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the shot would have been a small miracle. 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow...
From where, precisely? Okay.
没事啊，没事。
Two neon-lit shapes.
见微知著。对啦，就是 Ruby 啦，我觉得真的是 Ruby。如果是，如果真的是他杀了，他早就远走高飞了，他怎么还会那个呢？还会留在这里？你看，现在离开的就是，现在人不在了，那里的就是，没错啊，人不在了就是那个啊，Ruby 啊，所以说 Ruby 是跑走的啊，没问题啊，就是 Ruby 啊。
The mother of humanism stand. Why? That does seem to be a problem. I don't know. Only a strange little sadness remains. The mother of humanism towers above you. Oh.
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and I have no idea what...
没东西啊。然后这个在墙上吊着的那个人到底是谁啊？有够奇怪。什么东西？什么东西？这也不能干嘛？我进去找那个妹子哈，那个妹子好像有一些对话，把它讲讲哈。
Hardcore. Sure. But earlier today she... Oh, the crab man. I just tried to stay away from the... Beats me. Who knows? Who do you want to know about? She's a bit odd. But earlier today she told... Andre...
She rubs her...
He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision. Thought life should be... Nothing. Must have taken it as a... I've never seen... I mean, not that he does drugs, just... Hi. Yes. Anyway. Yes. Come to think of it, yeah.
This is the first time.
He's in some kind of a... Who do you want to know about? He's a Forberg. He's real hardcore about them. What do you mean, do? He's a carpenter. He abides by the hardcore, sir. Sir?
A strange feeling.
Who do you want to know about? He's he's real hardcore about the law. It's just something. I don't know, man. Have you... Okay. Yeah. What do you mean, do? He's a carpenter. He abides by the hardcore. What do you want to know? What do you mean, he's a carpenter? He abides by the hardcore. What do you want to know? Who do you want to know about? Me? Again?
对啊。
I told you, I'm a silver bird.
There's that phrase again. Really reminds you of something.
Silver.
It means I don't answer questions about myself. All right. There is. Thank you. Me? Again? Yes. Me? I told you.
There's that phrase again.
It means I don't... Is there a law that would stop me from lying, though?
That would depend on the circumstances.
Is there a law?
That would depend on the circumstance.
Thank you.
就这样子啊。
Sure.
抓住。等一下啊。反应速度。他该不会是把头发染成金色？不可能啊，他不可能是 Ruby 啊。
It's pretty desolate here.
Teenagers skulking around.
Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party.
没有，他真的是喜欢音乐的，他不是 Ruby， 我觉得应该不是。我们存档一下。我们可能会搞砸哦。
好。
通达情理跟反应速度，我们看一下啊。反应速度没有，通达情理加1了。我们现在有通达情理跟反应速度的了，我们都来搞一下。反应速度。手眼协调，反应速度，通达情理。好，反应速度。怎么搞到最后我这个通达情理才加1嘞？这个不行，不要穿这件，随便穿一件内衣好了。通达情理。通达情理，反应速度可以啊。通达情理已经到了7了，反应速度加一个伸手是不是？我伸手已经有加了呢，剩余效果1分钟嘞。
好。
反应速度。
O pasado de agente. It's what the Zemoyaki, the Gradian community in Revachol, call.
What do you mean? All right. My father was a Zemyak. He bought the family a huge house, so we got to live, at least temporarily. What do you think? So after his death, we had nothing left. It was a stupid idea.
Aren't there any local...
I took that into account, of course. coordinated the operation. Not in person, but I'll let them know. It's a good thing you
Come on, this is all fine. But you don't have anything on Everard now. That's not how these things work.
对啊。
No, I don't think it would lead anywhere with Everard. He's just going to deny it.
Yeah. Have you seen Everett?
通达情理干。可以啊。
Harcourt.
通达情理。因为我们那个刚才的那个药效已经结束了，再吃一次。道具加值会减1，怎么可能？通达情理有+2啊，怎么会怎么变成减1了？奇怪，通达情理。通达情理道具加值+1，通达情理。这个很难呢。我都已经这么样通达情理了。不行不行，我要把这个安非他命给干掉。心智的哈，加心智的。还有什么是加心智的？这个不多啦。
Harcourt.
58了呢，试试看啊。
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Nothing to emote over. You put the device back on the floor.
Harcourt.
靠！
The silver bird has already flown away. I will catch it later.
干！反应速度。干他妈的！鞋子啊！通达情理。 哎，这是反应速度，这个是通达情理。我现在先反应速度啦。
Hardcore.
Oh, Pasado, it's what the Zemoyaki, the Gradian community in Revachol.
Excuse me?
She's attempted to remain calm, but the phrase made her.
What do you mean? Alright, he bought the family a huge house. You and I both. So after his death, it was a stupid idea. And I'm still...
I'm there and you look.
I took that into account. Of course, not in person. It's a good thing you ended...
Come on, this is all fine. But you don't have...
No, I don't think it would lead in.
Yeah. Have you seen Everett?
那个胖子啊。
Hardcore.
攻打清理。
The device feels light and.
读取。
Hardcore.
哎，怎么会这样？是有 bug 吗？Shit！ 有 bug 啊 ！Shit！ 我应该先挑战通达清理，是不是？通达清理，先挑战通达清理。我们剩下
Hardcore.
干。我喝了吗？我是已经喝了吗？
Hardcore.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick. She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup. Your words echo through the hall. The wooden boards all around. It's real. Tell her.
What is? I know. I'll stick to it.
Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now. As an equal. A fellow human being.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer? Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to.
那我讲出来哈。
What is it? Oh. Wow. Social justice really matters that much to you? That's commendable. It really had you shaken up there. Yeah, man.
3.6 billion.
Yeah, that's pretty...
Perhaps.
Go ahead.
Oh, pasado.
Okay,
it's not
okay,
the
okay,
zemoyaki.
What do you mean? Alright. He bought the family a huge house. What do you do after his death? It was a...
Aren't there any
I took that into it. Not in person. It's a good thing you...
Come on. This is...
No, I don't...
Yeah. Have you seen Everett?
My bro. 这个是一个很远的路哦，我要不要过去呢？找出凶器，找到盔甲。晚上的时候啊，要怎么去小岛啊？这个进去之前，这个神秘学的任何任务就可能就会终止了，是不是？好吧，那我们去一下这里啊。我们去找一下那个老肥子啊，他的路很远的。增加一下体力好不好？有没有增加体力的东西买一下
A small cabinet on the wall is filled.
Okay, here. Okay, here. I hope. Okay, here. Okay, here.
就这样吧。鼻灵通。趁他在睡觉的时候，现在才几点了？死老头，我跟你对峙啊！储存。
Mr. Dubois, every worker, member of the board. Fanny. That doesn't ring any bells.
Funny. She was trying to set up a narcotics operation in the old church on the coast.
Oh, that a cell. Yes, I do seem to remember sending a pretty young thing down there to liven up the place. Get some melodic music in there. Amphetamine lab? That sounds very immoral and debauched. Frankly, a health risk. But what do I know about kids these days? The music they listen to, the drugs they do while they listen to that music?
It sounds to me like you are trying to start an amphetamine lab in the district. And you're using some delinquents you found, God knows where, to set it up and run it for you.
Delinquents.
Found God knows where? That a cell is the daughter of Miko the Kebab. A man who once killed a guy with a kebab. I think a daughter of a man who killed a man with a kebab can handle running a little nightclub, don't you? Maybe it was Bogovir. Or Jakub. I think it might have been Conrad.
Huh.
I got it, Harry. It was Radagast.
反正我结束这个任务了啦，我得到一些经验值，得到一个经验点。你那个毒品。从这边下去啊，找那个找侧脸干嘛？侧脸又没事。我真的没什么地方可以去了，真的是挑战了。看他有什么话可以讲。
Hello, sir. How is the investigation going? Found any Oh, that's great! I hope exciting adventures lie ahead.
从容自若是不
can help
是？
Mother become less of.
从容自若来呀、啊！从容自若啊！来吧，挑战看看吧。
Hello again, sir.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
What do you mean, sir?
She knows where this is going.
那我看一下。
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded. The lieutenant stands by, a facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals. She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive reflex. She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't. It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You're quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
Because you usually aren't. I sure hope you are, sir.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the... There's something you're missing. You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How?
循循善诱是不是？我现在多的是点数啊。
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Yes, I I stand in this spot. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir. Apologizing to everyone. Of course, you've stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you. Yeah, but you don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. Yes, of course.
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy. Oh, baby. That's not what you have to.
I didn't know I had to do that. I guess we can change the subject, sir. I didn't mean to bring you down. Oh, kings and... I think that's why...
Seems like most people...
跟我看是不是有个选项啊？干他妈的！这个人到底混账，小屁孩！你可不可以给我进去啊
The door is closed. You hear someone inside. Walk. The spread pattern of these bullet holes makes your chest ache. More old bullet holes. Half a century at least. You peer into the faded marks in the stone. They peer. Your chest feels tight. Look.
You okay there? You were looking pale there for a second. Bullet holes generally look the same. Plenty.
那就这样啊。我没办法去小岛，是因为我没有去看吗？我们看一下好了。看一下。
This coin-operated view, your money disappears into the coin slot. The curtains on the lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, it looks as if its leaves ripped from it by the winter wind.
对啊。
Can you tell? From this?
It's not. The details are blurry. There's the little brave birch tree seems to wave back in the wind.
Can you tell?
It's not.
好啊，那看一下这里。
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. It's a thick layer that's Kuna under the graffiti. You know this. The church looks old around the large wood.
好了好了，下去有什么事情？我想要把那个甩开。
There, working class drunk. You know what this means, right? Cracked it. All in a good day's work. What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is. Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit. Didn't she repeatedly tell you? But he is. There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit.
这个案子我早就已经过了，他现在还在那边。那个案子我已经搞定了，他现在还在那边讲那句话，我是搞不懂为什么要这样。这个对话机制设计成这样子。
Everything's still.
什么东西？当铺还有没有什么事情啊？
Hello, hello. Let me know if.
什么东西啊？没了啦。 我直接过去了。 找他啦，看他是不是可以带我们去小岛啦啊！再讲一次，没有就算了。
Either he's gonna calm down soon, I can feel. Oh? Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
小岛
Either he's gonna calm down soon. Oh. That's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea? That's great.
Sire, she doth not believe.
You never know, officer. Oh. Wasn't feeling it. Police business. Oh. This calls for a funeral if you... Police business. Oh. This calls for a funeral if you ask. Why? Feels just... And why so?
Life world.
If you say so.
She didn't appreciate your cold rationale.
Unfortunately, guns are expensive from time to time. People need a... Some went to patch their wounds. Gone.
It absolute...
No.
The lieutenant.
Yeah. Now before...
She really likes those muscles.
I don't. Life didn't...
This is neat. She looks like she's ready to go on a date.
Oh? Who? Well, how can I...
啊，我们找这个 Joyce 哈，看他这个船可不可以借我去小岛，没有就算了。
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
船
Technically good.
啊，不借我船，那我没办法去小岛，我没办法去小岛。
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the
渔人码头，啊，就这样子啦。闯关啊，闯关啊！闯关啊！不能用跑了，有老鼠在下面走哎。我这时候手上不用拿那个垃圾袋啦，我现在没有要捡破烂的，我身上也没有武器耶，拿个铁锹好了。没有枪啊，我没拿到枪啊。 走这里，这什么东西？这是什么？我现在还捡钱吗？我都已经在最后要，这不是已经要那个结束了吗？
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice.
Shit.
It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
Ah.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse.
妈的，长得又不正，虚伪，感觉。
Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance, but here we are.
这家伙有点两把刷子呢，果然是当这个老大的点菜。
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain is not malicious. She doesn't want to hurt you, but she has to. Doesn't wish to hurt you, not according to your ear canals. Wait, no, not even your ear canals. This is going directly into your neural pathways.
捂住耳朵。
No, buddy, that's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new type of experience. Way worse than all the previous ones. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
你被逮捕了。
Really now? Check this out.
You're overwhelmed with a new surge of violent static. It feels like a blood vessel exploded in your brain.
你打算怎么样？
No, I'm not going to fucking kill you. If that had been my plan, you'd be dead already. All things considered, I'm being pretty reasonable here.
那这个家伙是个狠角色哎。
I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static you're hearing is the ULAN frequency.
哦，就是他那个电台里面的哈，对他有在研究这个，因为他的车上面就有这个频率。
Blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at. A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
Sounds like she knew someone who used to man one of those stations. But she won't tell you about her. Boy, you're one empathetic police officer to have guessed even that right now.
中继站是谁啊？
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might get an opportunity to break loose.
I built it myself.
我靠，你这家伙很厉害啊！
And she's proud of it too, as she ought to be. This is way beyond your abilities.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Way beyond. No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream. Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
OK， 你用比较弱的电波尝试看看哈。
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
什么东西呀、有枪直接就开枪啦、什么你陷入你的陷阱。
So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops, and of herself merely as prey.
拜托，什么我来动计？我是攻到你的大本营啊！
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Turn this.
God damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
OK，
The gun she's carrying is a two-barreled front loader, not like the murder weapon.
跟凶器不同哎，到底是不是双管枪前膛枪？
Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much. Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this.
再加一个体力好了，有点危险。
There's only 3 meters between you and the machine. If you keep her distracted for long enough, maybe. Be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions. Bide your time.
我们一定要小心啊！
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
你为什么把子弹藏在地板下？
So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find in my back.
As opposed to the other knives she's finding there now. Hardy for one.
对啦，他说他的意思说，他被哈迪哈捅一刀啦。
Not anymore, no. This could have turned out pretty bad for me if you hadn't walked right into 25 bands of ultra-high frequencies.
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit.
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you.
所以说这很奇怪了呢。哎，所以说到底是谁开枪了？这个很奇怪呢。这个，哎，搞不好这个 Ruby 跟这个女郎是一伙的啦。
Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
对啦。
Oh. Well, I guess I always knew she was a survivor above all else. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
第一个猜测哈，不完全错误。
Titus and his boys, man. They told us you were on the coast.
所以说这个哈，哈迪兄弟是完全是无辜的，完全不知道内情。真正的内情就是 Ruby 跟这个金发女郎啊，卡拉耶跟这个 Ruby 是他们两个主导的，但是开枪的是卡拉耶。
Well, fuck. Those guys liked me, I know it. If this is what happens to people whom people like... How the fuck do the rest of you get by? I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me. Fuck them all the same.
That did make her forgive them. A little.
What shit? I told you I didn't do it. Sounds pretty simple to me.
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
好啊，如果不是你开枪了，你讲嘛。
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon me. Yeah, and I'm sure they also made some funny remarks about it. They always do. I've driven a lot of long haul and chugged a lot of beer, man. Can't do either without some power of mind over bladder. And anyway, that wouldn't have been enough time. Wow, now I'm curious. Please, explain.
就是那个弹珠啊，哈，有一个秘密通道啦。
Don't know it, but also.
他说他不知道。
Evaluating your competence as a police officer.
The shot couldn't have come from the roof, or we would have all heard it downstairs.
哦，真的还假的啊？他说这个子弹是不可能是在屋顶开的，不然这个楼下都听到枪声了嘞。看妈的，到底是谁呀
？She has a point there. No one mentioned.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
你有一把枪
，and the gun store.
枪支商店
Trigger Happy Jacks. What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal. Sure don't.
A breach order?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
No, they're not practical. Break too often. Yeah, evidence.
你是不是喜欢卡拉耶啊？
I considered her a good friend, yeah. What the hell, man? Yeah, why not? I've gotten worse.
Her hand slipped from the dial of the compressor for a moment, almost turning it down. Then she put her hand back. Not yet. Not yet.
I'm not following your clever insinuations, Detective.
Insinuation. 墙上有个洞啊。
If I want to stare at a pretty girl, I can pick one up at a bar. Or, worst case scenario, look at a naughty photo. Who has time to go skulking about the whirling, drilling holes in walls? What the fuck, man? She's everyone's type. She's your type. Are you sure you're not the one who is excited about the peephole?
She's beginning to suspect you've broken into her lorry now.
Cool, man, cool. I'm glad you got off on it. What the fuck are we talking about? Nope. Look, she has an effect on people. That je ne sais quoi that makes it impossible not to look at her when she walks into the room. and very difficult to look away. But travel enough and you realize... For the same reason that she's everyone's type as an object of desire, she's not irreplaceable. Oh, so that's where you were going with this. That's a very sentimental way of putting it. We both had pasts we didn't want to catch up with us, and we enjoyed listening to music together. Why not go on a road trip?
The lieutenant watches her expectantly, occasionally shaking from the pain.
所以说他没有否定他要跟他一起私奔诶，所以说他也没有否定说他喜欢他，他喜欢。
Okay, fine. I was into her.
对啊。
Flossie was into me too for a time, I know it. We even fooled around once. And yeah, after that I thought maybe we could make a go of it.
对啊。
Flossie only said they may be kissed. Someone is lying here.
对啦，但是这个他是说他 Ruby 有说哈，他们有搞过，有一起搞过，但是卡拉耶说他们亲吻过，但是他这也很合理呀、因为卡拉耶就是不用讲的这么露骨嘛，稍微装饰一下也是合理的。
If that's what she wants on the record, so be it. I'm not about to go into details for you to jerk off to later. She rejected me with some wishy-washy bullshit about how she was confused because she felt so close to me and valued my friendship so much, and how guilty she felt for leading me on.
就是说他们有互相喜欢一下了啦，然后后来他又拒绝了啦，哦，这个卡拉耶啊。
I knew that wasn't the whole story, but thought, fine, I'll take it and move on.
对啦，所以说他这个他就怀疑说不是这样啦，其实卡拉耶可能喜欢的是男的。
No ill will there. It wasn't a problem for her.
Yeah, one time when we'd both been drinking, I said some heated things about how dangerous her patterns with men were. I was a little worried she'd blow it out of proportion in her head. All the drugs she was doing can make you feel like you're living in a DeLorean tragedy.
By the way, DeLorean tragedies are still held in high regard for innovation in language and motifs. They are also known for overwrought emotions leading to catastrophic outcomes.
但是呢，你还是帮他搞，你为什么还要替他掩护呢？到底怎么回事？
Yeah, the girl seemed terrified. The merc was beyond caring what happened to his mortal coil. It was a no-brainer. Go ahead. It's your body.
你有没有在这个卡拉耶啊留过花啦？
No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style. Nope. I never did understand why, when someone dies, a hothouse's worth of flowers has to die too. No, I did not. I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types. You think I was envious of his conquests? Look, pussy's not a problem for me, and definitely not a reason to off someone.
哎呀，所以呢，他是说他确定他喜欢的是卡拉耶没错，但是呢，这个喜欢归喜欢，但是他也讲过卡拉耶不是不可代替的哦，所以说他也不见得要嫉妒啦，因为他的意思说女人呢对我来讲很容易的啦，啊，这个很容易的， 所以说我不用嫉妒他，也不会干掉他。
See her confident gaze, her toned arms. Yeah, she wouldn't have had much trouble in the intimacy department.
I'm listening. Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Claudia's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna. Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar.
怎么可能？可是你有贩毒啦。
So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician.
不是汤米啦。
That really comes as a blow to her.
没有，他没有讲啦。汤米是无辜的啦。
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking?
对啦，我现在要找杀人凶手，没有找到很漏气的，我当然要出一口气。我现在要逮捕你。
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
Drugs don't make people abuse them. Hopelessness does. As for the drug trade, it would continue with or without me. I like to think that my efficiency as an organizer has at least prevented some internal conflicts.
你说真的不是佣兵，不是你杀的，但是我还要再挑战你一次啊！
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the union.
She deliberately avoided naming the mob she worked for. You might be able to find this out later.
I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum.
There. It's going to be easier to reach the machine now.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum.
There's a sinister note in her voice. Even with the gun and the compressor, she's afraid of you.
Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
对，到底谁杀的啦？
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
我跟你讲啊，枪也有可能是消音的手枪啊，你没有声音，没有听到声音，可能是它有消音呢。
Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's been staying up late, listening in on the conversations crisscrossing Martinez.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
真的还假的啊？
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Claus's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
对啦，你把你的版本讲一次啦。
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity.
It's okay. We just want to...
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Klasha comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
等等，你不是说他看起来很嗨吗？ 对啊，这卡拉耶说他看起来很嗨，但是卡拉耶好像我之前好像记得那卡拉耶下来的时候很嗨，是不是？然后卡拉耶有说你一开始就知道问题了，就是代表你是有计划很久了。
No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
但是卡拉耶整个是把嫁祸给他的样子哎。对啊，所以说我现在到底是谁在说谎还不确定啊，要小心哎。
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
She looks shaken. She wasn't surprised to be ratted out, but framed.
对啦，他诬赖他，现在是这个卡拉耶是嫁祸给他呢。可是我跟卡拉耶讲话的时候，也有他很多真诚的一面呢。他真的是爱的那个，他真的是爱那个佣兵呢。
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck. To fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy Boys.
不是啊，那你这样子要哈迪兄弟去担这个事情，那你 Ruby 你会同意吗
She lied to you about that too.
对啊。对呀、哎，沙迪兄弟怎么可能会帮他掩护呢？他最多是帮 Ruby 掩护啊，对不对？因为 Ruby 就是他们的好兄弟，他可能会帮 Ruby 掩护。啊你今天这个卡莱耶，他怎么可能想好要这个哈迪兄弟会帮他扛这个罪呢？
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed. As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried his lynching might lead to...
对啊，如果这是真的，那你这个私刑，那不就是那些哈迪兄弟会要当上囚？
War? The thought crossed my mind, but the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going...
She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because she has something to hide. She doesn't want the guilt.
Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
对啊，如果你没杀他，你干嘛躲起来？而且那个女孩，那个抽烟女孩，为什么要一直留在这上面？她如果她杀了，她早就闪了，你知道吗？
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
你不想被盘问？等一下，那为什么哈迪兄弟都不会 怕呢？为什么只有你一个人跑走？那为什么卡拉耶就不会怕呢？
So this is what she was scared to tell Titus. This cop.
对啊，
That strange, distant fear is getting close now. It's a fear of yourself.
什么叫做什么马德雷什么马德雷教父的代理人？你是说我是不是？什么意思
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
Human can.
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself.
等一下，我体力快没了。
Fucking hell. And why me? You hear through the white noise. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Everyone in Jamrock, the cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
死亡射线。
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with a disco pants and a funny tie. Agent to la puta madre.
Agent.
All of this just means that you're effective. Criminals know you and are scared of you. I don't know. Sounds pretty convincing to me.
Right. Sure. You don't know. I'm sure la puta madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough. You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat. Wait, one thing, possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plural? She might know something.
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway?
我还有暗杀小队。
Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had 2 guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad either.
真的还假的啊？
One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding something or other about him. And the woman was the only one in uniform. All were carrying. That sound about right?
No idea who these people are, literally.
I've faced worse.
She hasn't. She hasn't gone up against 3 armed people before, and she believed you.
你知道碉堡？
What bunker? Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond to...
Keep calm. Breathe in. After the pain recedes, it's a little clearer.
我要拼啊！我快没体力了。我失败吗？我97怎么可能失败？
You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but...
你被捕了。
She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
等一下，等一下，你为什么要自杀？
Problem solving.
Ma'am, put the gun down. That's not the solution to your problems.
Oh, yes, it is.
能言善道。
She's truly desperate. She thinks she has no other options. You need to give her options. You know. She pulls the trigger before you finish your sentence.
我以为这样可以让他，我以为这样子可以让他那个，哇靠！
You watch as her brains trickle out through her neon hair.
Fuck. Our job. It went really bad.
She died. How can he be so cold?
Lieutenant Yefreitor Dubois, control your emotions. We did our job. This won't be the worst thing that happens on this case, believe me. You can't let this break you.
There is no coming back from this one. It will stay with you in nightmares.
We clean up. It may take days for processing to pick up her body. We need to move it somewhere. That tent there.
Come on. Shit. 靠腰，等一下。Shit. 能言善道是不是？这里是不是自动储存啊？好吧，我们今天先到这样。我觉得我没有打到好结局哈。我想要读这个档，这个吗？这个档吗？这个档啊，我要读这个档，重新再来试试看，把它劝下来，让它活起来，看有什么不同的结局啊？怎么会搞死人呢？读取进度。能言善道是不是？它有一个重要的技能是能言善道。能言善道。这个。我全部都给他能言善道，哈哈。我能言善道哦。这个。现在不用体力的啦。能言善道。通情达理，手眼协调，循循善诱，循循善诱哈。我们 不用通情达理，这样子。好，药水，能言善道，能言善道，能言善道。能言善道，智力是不是？我在道具看一下哈，智力啊哈，看一下什么智力的，加一下啦哈。这个吧，香烟吧。抽一下吧。体力的不能啊，体力的不能再减了，士气的可以减。抽个烟不行吗？抽个烟啊！什么东西是减士气的？啤酒是不是？喝啤酒。士气减1。士气啊！什么东西？伏特加啊！安非他命，酒喝一口好了，酒再喝一口。酒再喝一口。那我现在体力超多的呢。储存进度，储存进度，好，这次挑战一定成功了啦，不用去捡钱了啦，直接跟他干。好，我们先这个播到这里哈，下一次就是绝对是哈重头戏啊！到底是谁杀的？整个